everyone, Namaste, Pranam. My name is Abhinav Singh and I'm also known as ABS, and I'm currently working as international performer and choreographer at Global Village, Dubai. And I'm today very excited about this conversation. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go. Well, I started dancing from my childhood into festival, in the weddings, in any school function or gathering there, and from there the interest of dance came, and later on around 8 9 10 I started learning dance secretly from the family, and then eventually there was a point when I had to tell my family that I want to take dance as a professional career, and then I somehow convinced them, managed to a little bit arrange some money and took the money, came to Bombay and start doing a professional journey or like graduation in dance, and that's how my dance journey started. I started dancing in when I was very small, in Indian weddings and any festival, as India is known for all the festival and culture. So I used to dance there and I used to do studies. I never thought I would be able to convince my family that I want to take up as like dance as a professional career. So when I was in 8, 9, 10 standard, I started learning dance from some small places where my parents used to give me like 150 Indian rupees for the education, for the tuition fee. And I used to pay 125 for my dance class and keep those 25 rupees for my pocket money. And that's how I started learning dance little bit until I was in 10th and 11th. And then there was a time when I had to start taking this very serious, but I was so afraid to tell everybody that especially my parents, that I want to take up this as dance and go ahead in life and do this as professionally. But at the same time, I was doing fashion designing, NIFT at that time. So there was a moment when I had to get into the college, fashion designing college. So we needed a lot of money, like 10, 15 lakhs rupees at that time, 15 years back almost. So it was a lot of money, and we were not well to do at that time. So I had that opportunity to tell my parents that so I was trying to convince them basically that if I go to a college to study NIFT, I will have to spend like 10, 15 lakh rupees, which we have to take loan from the bank, and then education for 4 years, and then earn money and then pay the loan back. And it's quite long process of 7, 8 years. And I just convinced them that, if I get into dance, I will just spend 2 years and I will start earning money. So I was just trying to, sell all my ideas about dancing. So at a point they said, it's your life, do whatever you want to do it, if you think this is the correct thing. So that's how I started my journey of dance as professionally, to learn and do a graduation in dance. So my mother sold her all jewelry and everything to support me, and my father took whatever money he has a little bit, which was almost half of the course which I was going to pay for my grad. And I took that money and I came to Bombay. That's how my journey started, which was around now 13 years back, almost. So that's when I started. I did my graduation in dance and I worked with one of the very known company in India for 3, 4 years, and I traveled the world around, started supporting my family. They started seeing the value and the money and whatever I could do little for them from then. And the journey is now on and on from there. Somewhere I remember myself as very small kid growing up, and the fact that I was good in studies, but I never thought in my head that I would ever do anything like doing an office job or anything, because it never came to me. There is inner calling of yourself. Even if you are a child, you like I used to like sports, cricket, and this and that, dancing, singing, everything. But I knew that this is something which is, I was so connected to it. So if there is any function, any wedding, any festival, anything, it won't go without me. Like I have to be there dancing, and everybody would be like, they're waiting for me to dance like every single time. So I was very connected to dance and art from my like childhood. And I didn't have anything to get training or anywhere because I was in a very small village where hardly people, like we had at that time 20, 25 houses, and there was no facility, no lights, no phone, no connections, like nothing. I was just used to do whatever comes to me naturally.
Right.
But then later on, 10, 15 years, we started seeing some television performances and stuff. And there I started getting ideas of dancing, and I used to start copying some of the Bollywood stars there. And that's how truly the journey starts before me getting into professional journey.
Okay.
So then from there I have learned, and by seeing people and by, you vibe alone and you get something out of it. You
Yes.
understand that this is how you want to do in the life. So
Okay.
yeah, I would say during my grad period, it was very tough for me to even manage the next day or for the next meal or for the next month rent and for the class fee. I would say that was the toughest moment. And there was a point when uh, me and my papa, like my father, were on call, and I was telling him that I think it's not gonna happen now. We have to quit this and go back. And he was like, "You don't lose. If you lose, we all lose." So I think that was the moment, not having a next meal and not knowing where I'm going to stay and what's going to happen next day. I remember when, as I already told you about how I started the journey, my mother sold the jewelry and my father took some money, whatever he could have from people. And I took those little money, I came to Bombay. And Bombay is not a very, like, not for everybody. It is expensive. And nobody is there to, listen to you that you have problem and you don't have money. Like, you cannot do anything without it. So I think biggest challenge that I was not even able to pay my fee of the whole grade. So I only could pay 50% of it. So I still remember a couple of times that I had to stay out of the class. My teacher used to be there and say, whoever has not paid, you cannot do the class. And I have been outside for so many classes and watching people dancing inside and just doing from there. So those moments, and also there was moment when, like, my father used to take money every single month from somebody, and I was looking for job outside of dance so that I can, pay for my classes or the food or stay for in Bombay. So every month we have to figure it out that like I don't have to like anything to eat, or I don't have money to pay or pay rent because the owner is also saying you can't, this is the end, like we are going to throw you guys out, whatever. For me to get those 2 years of my graduation where I had to figure out about my next meal and the next day of surviving and even traveling and everything.
And to add to that question, what has been, some of the or some of the greatest challenges that you've faced since becoming a professional dancer?
I think one of the main thing I feel in any profession is to, maintain yourself. Like, keep doing how you have been, or keep being the work you have been doing. Or let's say, like, keep doing the hard work you have been doing. Because sometimes so that time I was like working hard, doing all of these things when I didn't have anything. Now from there, it's been like 10, 12 years ahead of my life. And now I feel is the main thing to keep yourself disciplined is the biggest challenge. Keep yourself on the track all the time because you are into performance every single day. It's not like today you want or today you don't want. You have to be. So I think the biggest challenge now is to, maintain the track, like be on the track with people, with yourself, with on and offs in your life, ups and downs. You have to bring all of you together and be there and give your best every single day is the biggest thing right now. Okay. I would say. I would say that giving hope to so many people and coming from the place where I belong, because I belong from a place which has 20, 25 houses. People didn't believe that anything like this can be done, which is easily can be done. But 10, 20 years back, no phone, no electricity, no nothing, no connectivity from the town. It was not possible for them. So I think the greatest win is that now seeing, so them seeing me here working at such platform, they see me with the stars. They see me flying always, living in such a great place, great city. So I think this is one of the greatest feeling, like to give them hope and make everything into the reality which they never imagined. When I came here, I brought at least like 20 boys and girls from there to Bombay, and they are dancing, earning well, doing television work. So I think this is the journey itself is like interesting, and I feel so happy and that like quite winning kind of feeling that a lot of people are doing well because you have done well.
Yes.
And everybody who doubted on you and who has fear because nobody has ever done it. So you did it. So now they are relaxed about it. So I think that's the greatest feeling.
Guys, that's incredible. Thank you for sharing. And the follow-up question would be, what has been your greatest, I don't like the word failure, but let's call it the greatest failure or the greatest loss or setback that you've encountered on your journey as a professional dancer?
I think as a setback, I would like to mention that I'm very family kind of person. Like I'm a family guy, family man. I love being with family and with my, like, in my environment where I have my own people there. I think the biggest thing is that I staying away from your family, and especially when like my parents now getting old, slowly staying away from them and not being with them in any of the festival, any of the emergencies, any of the death. Not being with them is like sometimes it's very hard because I've been on the job and I've lost so many, like one my uncle aunties on the job and I couldn't do anything. So I think those are the biggest setback. Or and rest everything else, I would say not a failure, but I think we learn a lot when when things doesn't go well at work. So it's like you are learning, you are evolving, and because a lot of time when you work with so many people, you might not do well with them, and there might be clashes, issues. So those things, I think it is more than failure. It is more of like it is trying to teach you to evolve you into a better person. So I would say those things are lessons, and that makes you better. That makes you better to deal with people, to evolve and be a better version of yourself, to stay calm, relaxed in any of the situation. So I think apart from missing the family and losing them, not being around them, everything else is just lesson.
Thank you, Abs. This is highly enriching. Thank you so much.
I think it is very important. I now what I have understood is that I used to think that only if I'm a dancer, I should just focus on dancing and working hard in dance. But I think it's only 20%. 80% of it is how well mannered you are. So learning well mannered, being a good human. If because I think if you are a good human, you have great scope to go ahead in life in any profession you be in. So I think you need to be well spoken, well mannered. How you dress, how you look, how you interact with people, and how professional and how you disciplined you are is much more important than just being and working on dance. It's I wish I could knew these things very early in my dancing that dancing is only 20% of what and how you are in the professional field. More of it is like how you talk, how you deal with people, and how much you can see things from other perspective rather than just if a lot of time we think that if I'm a dancer, this is my life. Like just dancing is my life. But I think it's a part of our life. The rest is also how well mannered you are, how well spoken you are, how much respect you can give to other people. And even if somebody is not good, great, this, that, can you still see them at a level, or give them the same or more respect to them, rather than just wanting and seeing stuff and just evolving everything around you, especially in the professional field where so many people are around. 80% of chances of you going ahead is how you deal with people and how you can take things, not to take anything personal, and also see everybody as you see yourself.
Right.
And not just so. I think I used to be more into just working hard, and I learned that it is very important to learn how to talk, how to dress, how you can maintain yourself, how good you can look for whatever God has given you. You can always look after yourself, take care of yourself, and yeah, be nice to each other and keep the environment correct is way important than just dancing.
Wow. So it seems to me that the revelation, it you began to see things from a bird's eye view. You began to see the bigger picture. You came out of yourself.
Yes.
To realize that it's not only about you, the dancer, the performer. You began to see it from the audience perspective.
Yes.
And from management perspective.
Yes.
So then my follow-up question is, at what point did it hit you? Did these revelations come to you? Which point did it cement in your mind that these things that you were saying, that it's not just about you?
Okay, interesting. Before coming here, before coming to Dubai, I was working in a very known company in India where we used to do a lot of productions and stuff. I didn't know much things there. I used to work hard and I get a lot of good stuff there. But the moment when I came out of there and I came to Global Village, I got the opportunity to start choreographing and be the team lead and look after the team, like manage the team. So now then I realized that, I used to be very much of how somebody can tell me something. No, I know very, very high temper, like high temperament. I cannot take anybody telling me anything, that way. But then, the switch came immediately at the point where I got the opportunity that Abs, I would like you to choreograph the show. I was like, okay, yes. But then at the same time, there are so many people talking how he's getting it, he's not this, he's not that, all those things. But then there is the time. You have to believe in yourself because the people, higher people have given you responsibility because they have believed in yourself. And you should not look to the people who are there.
Yes.
Because somebody has given you responsibility because they have trusted you.
Yeah.
So you have to trust on yourself and take it further from there rather than listening to other people at the same time. And also being a team leader, like a dance captain, you have to be very like I learned these things at a point when five people are talking bad about you, but you cannot talk bad about them. Like you have to deal with the same way to everybody because it is not you, it's them. Everybody has their own journey, so
Yes.
you learn to take nothing personal from anybody. And I think that was the switch in me that I started taking people, okay, if they are saying this, it's fine, let them say it.
Right.
You go ahead, do the work and just deliver the work, whoever has trusted you for it. So I would say the moment when I got those opportunity of being a choreographer or a team lead.
Thank you. And finally, how long did that process take of maturing and gaining that amount of confidence to step out of yourself?
To be honest, till today also I know the fact that people talk and people will always talk no matter where you reach in life. I think that's the fact, to be honest. Like, let's say today I'm doing this work here and very experienced, like 5, 6 years of choreography and being managing the team and handling people, dealing with the negativity itself from a word coming from here and there. But I think this keeps going. No matter if tomorrow I become something big, there will still be people who will telling you that he's not this and that. But I think you should never get involved into all these things. So there is no stage specific of these things, I would say. I knew this earlier, but I didn't have the experience.
Yes.
I knew, we all know that we should not focus on these things. But until you experience, you don't understand how it feels. So I experienced here and now it doesn't affect me. So probably now in last 2, 3 years, I have been more relaxed about these things because whoever you are working for, they are happy with it, and you are giving good work. Audience is happy, people are happy, and you can't keep everybody happy, to be honest, because you're not money.
Right.
Because only money can keep everybody happy.
Right. Yes.
And you can't
No.
just keep.
So you said that 2 to 3 years ago is when it kind of cemented for you.
Yes.
Okay. So how long then have you been a professional dancer?
In I did my grad, I guess 12 or 13 years back.
Mhm.
And then I worked in the company for 3 years. And then I came to Global Village, Dubai, and it's been 8 to 9 years here.
Okay.
So, yeah, I've been in this field for 12, 13 years.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm very boring as a person. Like I quite do every single thing, like quite similar 99% time, same thing. I try to get sleep almost 8 hours every single day. Otherwise I don't function. Get up in the morning, do my morning prayer, freshen up, have my regular breakfast, which has oats, protein, dry fruit, dry nuts, fruit or something into it. So that's my everyday breakfast. And then plan my day, go to the gym, train, because I think training is very important for me. If I don't train physically, I don't function mentally. So it has co-connection to it. Then come back from training, cook my lunch, pack everything, rest well a little bit, go to work, do the work, finish performance, do creativity, warm up exercises, 3 shows, and then finish your day with the cool down, come home, shower, eat your dinner, have some family time, and go to bed. That's quite normal every day.
And what is work?
Oh, work is something like every day we do shows, like 3 shows on the main stage,
Okay.
big shows, and 3 activation where we interact with the kids and do flash mob on the street. And in between, if I have break, would like to create something for my personal choreography, because I like to keep myself busy into creation. I love to create to different kind of styles and stuff, because I love to be versatile. As many style I can do and create. So that's what I do, and finish the show, come back home, freshen up, shower, and then have my dinner, do a little bit of online thing, and then just relax.
Yeah.
Spoke to my family in between,
Yeah.
and then just relax, and I repeat everything. Just it's as simple as that. 99% of time I do the same thing.
Yes.
It doesn't change. Like you know me a little bit,
Yes.
and you see me just like that.
Great. Thank you. And so what's the most important part of the day?
Oh, I would say getting enough sleep and first couple of hours in the morning. Everything else is a followed up. Very simple. Like if you sleep great, morning great, everything else is followed up of you, what you do in the day. Yeah.
Great, perfect. Thank you. And Abs, I have to ask, you are a man that has accomplished so much, a man who's full of years and quality years at that. But what is the height of your success? What is the greatest accomplishment or accomplishments that you feel you have to your name so far in professional dance?
You know, I'm so grateful for whatever I have done, because I've never imagined a boy like I'm going to do more in life, but this little boy didn't imagine this journey. So I'm so grateful, and for this journey I have been on. It's such a great feeling. Like the journey itself is an achievement for me, to be honest. But I think work-wise, if I would say, the experience which I had in this was doing some of the TV shows, assisting, doing choreographies for stars. Choreographed one of the biggest stars itself, like Shah Rukh Khan. He is such a gem of person and very known internationally. Everybody knows him. He's great. He's a legend. I had session with him, like one-on-one teaching and choreographing for him, and Shahid Kapoor, Ranbir Kapoor, Bobby Deol, and a lot many actors. And but I think for me, these things doesn't give me that pleasure, the pleasure which I get, and the achievement I would say, to provide for my family who were there once, like for my village people, for giving them a dream and the hope that like building house for my family and providing for them, looking after my sister, taking care of their marriage, their education. I think they are the greatest accomplishment for my life. I would say the greatest thing. Uh, Very interesting question. I think we everybody should be very, it's very personal question, to be honest, because I think success is very personal to an individual. And for me, success is uh, being at peace. I would say in one sentence, it would be like, peace of mind is success. So if you are at peace, if you sleep well in the night, you are relaxed, you are not bothered about everybody, what really happened, who said what, you are a very successful person. Apart from earning money, doing great things, that is there. But I think if you are at peace, you are successful. So peace is the greatest definition of success for me. Uh, I think I've been in performance for so long in this field. I still love it every single day, but I'm looking forward in next 2 3 years to, go more into creative field, more into direction, more into film and cinema, more into acting, theater. I love doing films and acting, so I'm looking forward to do that. Side by side, I would still be dancing, but not now how I dance right now. I would be creating, directing, acting, and doing some bigger picture, bigger work. Yes. Guys, okay, you will see me someday working on television for sure. I will be there, and thank you so much for all the love and support in advance already. So yeah, I'm looking forward to for my journey next into the film and acting theater. So yeah, thank you so much for having me here and taking me back to the journey. It's very refreshing, and
Mm.
very, it remind me to be more grateful of the journey I have been. So thank you, big thanks to you. Thank you so much for having me and for all these conversation. Thank you so much, guys. I hope this conversation has done or help you even a little bit. That matters. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much for being here. Please do support his channel, like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much for all the love. Wish you the best health and happiness. Take care, everyone. Thank you. Namaste.